There are a ton of benefits to being a freelancer. You get to choose your own hours, you get to choose who you work with, and the sky is the limit when it comes to how much you can make. However, this is not the Wild West, and you can't just do whatever you want. There are a specific set of ethics that you must live by as a freelancer. If you don't, you're going to forfeit your morals, your beliefs, and you could end up in a nasty lawsuit that could literally ruin your life. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the morals and ethics of being a freelancer. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, this is kind of a boring topic, but I promise you that this is going to be essential to your success as a freelancer, so don't click away. Let's get into it. Now, the first one might be the most obvious, but it's also one of the most important, and that is you need to make sure that you never work with clients or individuals that run illegal or immoral businesses. Now, this goes without saying. You never want to get tied up in those types of businesses. So make sure that you have your standard for who it is that you will work with and work for, and never cross that line. Now, the next thing is you need to always follow through with your agreements. You need to set your terms and then stick to them, because there's not going to be anybody that double checks you on this. And there are going to be times where you might be tempted to break the terms that you have set with a client, but you can never do this. You need to be honorable in your dealings with your clients and make sure that you always do what you say and say what you do and stick to your agreements. Now, when you're working with clients, you need to make sure that you maintain confidentiality when it comes to their private and personal information. This is something that you should have outlined in your agreement, but you need to make sure that you are not putting information out there that is private to the clients that you're working with. Next, you need to make sure that you're always transparent and honest with your clients. Now, again, there's not going to be anybody to double check you on this. You don't have a boss, you don't have a manager, it's just you. And so you need to make sure that you're always being clear and honest with your clients and the expectations that you set with them. Clients might ask you questions like, do you outsource? Do you use templates? Can you guarantee results? And you need to make sure that you are answering these questions honestly and you're being as transparent as possible. Even if it costs you a sell, it's more important to be honest with the people that you're dealing with than to lie to land a client and then later let them down. Now, along with honesty, you also need to make sure that you're being honest about your experience. If you're just starting out or in the early phases of your business, it might be tempting to lie about your experience. You might lie about the number of websites you've built, the number of clients that you've worked with, to make yourself sound like more of an expert. But you cannot do this. You need to be honest about your experience, about how long you've been working in this industry, and lying to get clients is never going to pay off in the end. The next one is a classic tale of freelancers, and I hear this all the time, and this is the case of the disappearing freelancer. I oftentimes will get on the phone with a potential client and they'll tell me, yeah, I was working with another freelancer, I paid them, and then they disappeared with my money. Now, this is something that we need to fix in the world of freelancing. We need to make sure that if we commit to something, if we commit to working with a client, we're not going to disappear. We're going to stick to what it is that we said we're going to do. We're going to be honest and true to our agreement, and we're going to stick around and finish the project. Now, just as important as sticking around to the end, it's also important to maintain communication with your client throughout the project. Put them at ease and let them know that you're there, you're not going anywhere, and that you're working every step of the way. One of the worst things you can do is kick off a project and then the client not hear from you for the first couple days or for the first week or two, because they're immediately going to think that they've been swindled and that you were dishonest. So make sure that you maintain communication throughout the entire project. Next, you have a duty to say no to projects that you cannot fulfill or question your ability to fulfill. Now, it's one thing to say yes to a project that might take a little additional research or resources, but if a client is paying you to do something that you flat out just cannot do, don't lie and say yes just to get the project and just to get paid if you can't do a good job on that project. So you have a duty to say no when that project falls outside of your scope or outside of your experience. Now, at the end of the day, most of these ethics that you need to live by as a freelancer are pretty obvious, but it even goes beyond that. And this is something that I've learned recently with the experience that I had with a client. I had a client that signed a $24,000 agreement for ongoing SEO services. This client paid for the first month of their marketing campaign and then very quickly emailed me back and said, Peyton, I've made a massive mistake. I underestimated how much funds I had to spend on marketing, And if I have to go through with this agreement, it is going to cripple me financially. And she was terrified of what was going to happen. Now, we had a signed agreement, and technically, I could have held her to that agreement and I could have continued forward with our project, and it basically would have been her own fault and her problem. But this was something that I knew that if I didn't work with her, I was not going to be able to sleep at night. And this is the most important part. If you take anything from this video, it is this. Make sure that you run your business in a way that you can be proud of and that you can sleep at night. Run your business in a way that if you had your mother as a client, you would be proud about the service that you are providing to her. And in this scenario with this client, I knew that if I went forward with this, I was not going to feel good about it. Even though I had all of the legal standing, I had an agreement, and there was really nothing that she could have done, I decided to let her out of this agreement. Now, some of you might disagree. You might say that that was a bad business decision, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be able to sleep at night. I'll be able to keep my head held high knowing that I am running my business in a way that I can feel good about. So moving forward as a freelancer, make sure that you're sticking to these ethics. Make sure that you have your own personal ethics and morals that you can stand behind to make sure that you do run your business in an honest way, that your dealings with your clients are honest, straightforward, and transparent. And I can promise you that your business will find success and you personally will feel good about what you're doing. So that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.